What's up, everybody? It's Luke with Cool and Electric. Hey, what's the deal with smoke detectors? You want to nerd out on smoke detectors? Are they just there to tell you when the food is done, or do they serve a different purpose? That's what we're going to talk about today. Stay tuned.
Cool hand, cool hand, cool hand, where excellence is feel cool.
All right, so smoke detectors. Are they an alarm meant to be in your kitchen to tell you when your food is done cooking? No, they have a different purpose. Are they supposed to tell you if you're smoking cigarettes in the house? No, it has nothing to do with that. What's the deal with smoke detectors? They are, you guessed it, to detect if there's smoke inside of the house from a fire. Why would someone want that? Obviously, if you have a fire in the house, they're supposed to go nutso and wake you up and get you the heck out of the house, get your pets out of the house. Well, here's the thing. Manufacturers of these don't make them to be accurate after 10 years. Why is that? There's sensors inside of this that detect air quality, okay? And there's different quality of smoke detectors you can get, but all of them have to monitor the air quality. Well, when you have pets, you have normal dust, dander in the air, that builds up. Just like if you have an air filter on your furnace, you have to change that every once in a while, right? It's the same principle. Air quality going through there over time is just going to clog up, and it's not going to have an accurate reading. So that's why all the manufacturers, none of them say that they're going to last more than 10 years. Carbon monoxide, majority of those are good for 7 years. So they have even more sensors, more monitors inside of them. So why does that matter? Why do you care about that? Well, there's a few things that are interesting about smoke detectors, and there's some upgrades. The basic ones can have power going in. So that's 120 volt, just like a plug or a light fixture at your house. It'll have power going in, but then it also has a 9-volt battery to back it up. And it typically is going to, let's say the fire shuts down your house, it's still going to have enough power to sound the alarm and run it for typically about 30 minutes. And that'll get you out of the house, okay? That's the idea of the battery backup. That's if you lose constant power, that's when that battery is activated. Well, a lot of the older ones we'll go to, they don't even have a good battery backup. And people will think about, oh, I just changed my batteries, and these are 20-year-old smoke detectors that they change their batteries for. Well, it doesn't matter if you change your batteries on a 20-year-old smoke detector. It's got so much dust and dirt inside of those, it's not going to accurately read that air. Now, you can go into some other cool things about smoke detectors. The newer ones, they have ionization, okay? And then they also have photoelectric. So photo, it'll see light. So it'll see a bursting, flaming lights coming up, like a big flaming, a quick flash of a fire. And then the ionization, it'll see a small smoldering fire, okay? So your basic ones that come with your new house, they probably are gonna have a little pocket to hold a 9-volt battery, and they're just going to have your one of those. They normally don't have the different combinations of ionization and photoelectric. That's kind of the upgrade, but they're better than nothing, okay? So now, the safety standards nowadays is not only do you want it in your hallway, which that's been around for a long time, but you also want it talking to the bedrooms and any sleeping area. So imagine you got people over, they're sleeping, they're in a den. If it seems like a place that people are going to be sleeping, typically you're going to want a smoke detector in that area. And if one smoke detector goes off, there should be a way of communicating with the other smoke detectors to set those off as well. That's what's very important. I have a personal friend who had one smoke detector in their upstairs, and they had a house fire. And it was an older house, and the smoke detector started going off. One of them was working, and they were able to get out, praise the Lord, but they weren't able to get their little pet out because that one was on the other side of the house. So having them connected will get you out faster, and if you have a smoke or a fire on one side of the house, you know, it'll signal to the other sides as well. So the best safety way is to have them talking together. Now, these ones here, we have 10-year. Now they make them to where the battery doesn't chirp at you. It has a 10-year battery. Kind of cool lithium battery pack inside of it. So they're connected inside of these. Pretty cool little deal. But a standard 9-volt battery, you can just replace them. You know, daylight savings time, spring and forward is coming up. That's typically when the fire department recommends replacing those battery. Check out this old one though. This one's kind of cool. This one was like a wind. You kind of winded it up, and let's see. It says you could rewind. Well, it's kind of busted, but anyways, it wound up with a spring, and then it had like a little what you would see as a thermometer, two bimetal products. And then when it got really hot, it would open up, and then the spring would go beep, 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 beep. So that's kind of a cool old style. If you got one of these, look, there's a lot better science nowadays. So you probably don't want that relying on protecting your house and waking you up. There's a lot better stuff. But yeah, this is a good smoke detector right here. There's some other ones. There's plenty of brands out there. But if you have nothing, and if your bedrooms are not connected together, then that's definitely something you're going to want to have taken care of. Okay, hope this was useful. God bless.